All right, Hero Comics here, wanting to talk about good things that are in the Suicide Squad Kill Justice League. But don't get me wrong, I still hate this game. It's really bad. Its character, its story is disrespectful. Its gameplay is shallow and repetitive. And also, they could have done so much more with it. Because these characters are, this is the DC Universe, for goodness sakes. You have bunches of characters who don't use guns, and you make them use guns. But I want to focus on the few good things about this game, right? In this video, the obvious good things are, of course, the voice acting, and the graphics. The graphics look good. Someone said it looks as good as Gotham Knight, as Gotham. No, Gotham Knights, yes, but no, Arkham Knight. It doesn't, but it's still good. Still really good looking graphics on that game. Then there's the voice acting. Of course, voice acting is really good. So they say some weird things. Sometimes it's good fun jokes, but most not, they say some weird things. But it's still it is a good voice acting. I liked everyone's voice acting. It was really good. But those are the obvious ones. Let's talk about the less obvious ones. The city, okay, the city. Metropolis is finally, finally playable in a Rocksteady game. Though it's not the original Rocksteady, it's still, it's Rocksteady like. It's still this big old giant city. There's all kinds of callbacks, and Easter eggs in it. One of the buildings looks like Batman. There's Daily Planet. There's so many cool things in this game, in this city. And with the enemies, I'm okay with the enemies because again they are pretty generic, but they basically shoot at your guys. You run around, you're shooting at them, and they're shooting at you. In this big old city, it's pretty cool. I'd like it. I can live with that part. What I don't like is that certain characters are using guns when they never would in the comics. But those are the big things. City, is good. I'd say there is some melee. Unfortunately, you can't just have all melee and no gun at all, which would be really cool. Hopefully, they'll fix that sometime when they realize that's what we like. At least give us the option. Have a different type of thing, something. But yeah, there's melee there. Gunplay is passable, but here's the problem with that stuff. They put all the work in the wrong stuff. Okay, there's too much of this stuff. Too much gunplay. Too much. No, not to gunplay. Too much. Just things are too complicated with the guns. There's one part where I saw this and I was looking at it and I was like, wait a minute. When I looked at that video, this is where all the work went. I found out. I was like, what is all this? Look at these stats. Okay, now think about how each character is made. You have all these characters, four of these characters, and it's like, what do? They shoot guns, and they get in the air and get in the air. They fly, basically. Get in the air and they shoot. You jump and shoot. That's basically what they're doing. Yeah, one or two melee attacks. That's about it. But then as you go to the guns, it's like, okay, this weapon is a GCPD pistol. It has this small amount of damage. It has no elemental abilities. It has this stuff over here that's like basically damage output. That's fine. That's what you're supposed to have in a gun. Whether it's like recoil, who cares? recoil, doesn't really work for a game like this because it's not like any gun you get will knock you off a roof or anything. It actually knocks your guy back. If you're using guns. When you use it, it doesn't happen. It's useless. Useless thing. Recoil. Critical hit chance is interesting because again, aiming in this game is not the same as aiming in other games. Sure, you can try and aim a little bit with certain characters, especially with Deadshot, but It's not really aiming that much. Okay, you're shooting. It's basically supposed to be a fast-paced game where you're running, your guys jumping and shooting, and it's just like shoot, 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 get close, strike, 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 yay, sparkles, jingly keys, that's what it's supposed to be, and it's all like critical hit chance. Okay, there, but they're coughing. Critical hit chance. Okay. Maybe I can live with that. Critical hit chance, I guess. But yeah, it's a little weird. Then it's like reload. Chance of automatic reload when critical. You get enough critical hits. I'm like, who cares? Some people. I actually said, who cares about critical hit reloading, automatic critical hit reloading chance? Who cares about that? And so there's lots of people like, yeah, up to 400. Yeah, it's just one of those things that was like, do we need that in this game? No, you know why we don't? Because if your gun gets empty, you just reload it. Just reload it. That's really, really weird. I guess it's one of those things that's just like, oh yeah, no, make it even more faster paced. If you do things right, you can just keep shooting. Your gun will automatically reload and you keep shooting. Shields as well. Or not, no, these are not good things. I don't know why there's shields in the game. I'd rather they have a body armor, okay, like a health bar, then it'd be like, okay, don't get hit. But no, again, here's the problem with that. They need something for melee. They decided to put regulate melee to getting shields, and also to make it simpler. But it also raises lots of questions. How do they have shields? How does that work? Tell me in the comments, please. How do they have shields? I don't understand this. Is that nanite thing that they got stabbed into their necks? Basically, it's the LexCorp. Does it give them the powers, help them imitate the powers of Superman? So they last longer against him or something. That's why they get shields, and whatnot. I don't know what's going on with that. Will they answer that question? Hopefully soon, but we'll have to see. Because they're taking their time with this season 1 update here. Lots of time, just say like, yeah, it's coming. Yep. It's one of those things where it's like, again, Helldivers 2 and a bunch of other live service games. They will just inundate you with lots of content. They'll say, oh yeah, here's more characters, here's more stories, here's more things, here's more items, this, that, and other. So there you go, much of stuff, and it's like, okay, this is great, yeah, that keeps you playing. That's what keeps you playing these games. Is all this new stuff they keep bringing up over and over and over again, giving you, hooking you up with, so that you basically don't want to be like, oh, what's over there? They're like, no, wait, more stuff's in here, cool. Oh, I'll play this. That's how you do it. You don't be like, oh yeah, here's something. See you in a few months when we bring in something else. Soon after Suicide Squad released, another game came out that is pretty similar. Everyone uses guns, and it's basically running around and shooting. Helldivers 2, and they're doing it way better than Suicide Squad is. Just straight up with live services. There's just so many things that are like, oh, new mission. Not in a few months, but like a week, like a week every week or something. It's just like, hey, here's a new mission. Here's a new mission. Here's a new one. Oh, get at this one planet. This is part of the story. Get at this other planet. Ooh, look, mechs have come in. No, no. Mechs are in trouble. We better go help out. I'm like, it's just like, see, compare the two, even with these few good things, in the game. It's just not no contest. Helldivers is better. A bunch of other live service games are better than Suicide Squad. But here's the deal. The reason why I wanted to talk about good things in the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game is because they could take those good things. If they strip away all the bad things, okay, give us, basically, have us continue to have good graphics, good voice acting, and a good city and bunches of enemies to run around with, fight against. Then put it with a good story and lots more diverse characters. We got something really good. See you guys next time. Check me out on YouTube and DeviantArt.